welcome back to Nuffy Cat. We are having a very stormy day over us, and so I won't be making this very long. I hope all of you have had a wonderful holiday with your family and your loved ones. In today's video, I want to talk about learning to think the way that the wealthy do, and those that have a wealth growth mindset, in contrast to the ways that a lot of us are traditionally taught to think. And this is a really good time of the year for this, because at this time of the year we start thinking about, well, what do I want to do with my life for next year? What types of goals might I have? Well, somebody is ignoring the play. Yes. Let's see if you'll take it. Yes. The way that we think, though, very much affects the types of choices that we make in our lives. And learning how to think like those who have wealth is a very wise path to gaining wealth ourselves and making those types of choices. One of the favorite things that I like to think of, that is taking on a mindset of buying stocks in the things, into the companies that we normally buy, because every time you buy a stock, you are technically buying a small piece of that company. So if I like all of these little canned lasagnas, for example, I want to make sure that I have invested in the Chef Boyardee brand. I want to make sure that I buy that stock. I want to make sure that I own a little bit of the Chef Boyardee stock, because that makes me a partial owner of that company. And that's learning to think in a different way. Rather than just being a consumer of all this lasagna, I'm now a partial owner. And so when I do buy into it, when I do buy some of this Chef Boyardee lasagna, I'm supporting the company that I own a piece of. Look at this Rosarita right here. Well, if you like these like I do, then you might like to buy into the Rosarita company. All of the ones that are publicly traded are placed on the stock market are places that you can buy into. You can think about that with kitty things too. I can think of buying into this company right here, Greenbrier Kennel Club. So I would look to Greenbrier, and I'd look online and see about buying a stock in that market, or in that company, since there's a cute little toy. This is from his auntie, by the way, for Christmas. Yes, this is one of his Christmas presents. I still haven't even taken its tag off, as you can see. You also learn to think in terms of building your wealth, instead of just expecting yourself to only get rich through luck or something like that. And you still might keep the motto of working hard, but you work smart with your hard work. You don't just go out there and make somebody else's dreams come true only. Not that that's bad to help people with their dreams too, but you don't stay limited to that. You don't let yourself work like a slave on minimum wage anymore. If you do have a job that's like that, you use it to grow wealth. And instead of trying to buy into the lottery and think that you're going to somehow get lucky, you pay attention to ways that you can grow your wealth. You pay attention to things like the stocks you can buy, the cryptos you can buy. Yes, the companies you can buy into, the real estate you can buy into. And even with a topic like real estate, you learn to think of it in ways of, how can I create this in a way that brings me money, that brings me a living, so that I'm not having to go out there and have such a hard time. And there's a little tail right there that is just very impatient. Look at this little tail. Look at this, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, my kitty has a very impatient tail. I'll tell you what, I get an impatient tail when I think about all the ways I used to think in a poverty mindset. It really hurt my life for a lot of years. If you learn to think in wealth terms, your life can start looking like this. It can be happy. Not that you don't find happiness where you are already, as we've talked about recently. But you can have your life work a lot more simpler in a way, and better for you, without all the financial struggle. Now, I want to quote Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I also one of the other books of his I love is called The Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. He talks about the fact that just because you gain wealth doesn't mean that your problems all go away. It's just that they change. You have different sets of problems once you do gain wealth. And even so, all the people I've met who have that type of wealth also attest to the fact that it's they're better problems. It's better than living in the poverty that they used to live in. Yes, indeed. Our wind is coming up, as you see on this candle. I think, somebody says I'm cold. They learn how to think in terms of growing their wealth. They learn how to buy into the very things that they would have consumed. And if they are consumers, they're contributing to what they have invested or traded into. Yes. And they learn how to think in terms of a positive mindset that looks forward and that finds other angles, other ways to bring in money instead of thinking of money as something that's horrible that you work hard like a slave for. They learn to think of it creatively. They learn to think of creative angles to bring that into their lives, such as having an Airbnb, like I was talking about with real estate. They learn how to take the very same things that other people will spend all the money on, and they'll invest into it. So if you're a person that loves going to a Best Western hotel, you might like to buy into that stock instead. Well, I just wanted to share that with all of you today. If you like the content of our videos, don't forget to take those paws and press that like button. You can press the subscribe button and you can hit the notification bells. Yes, to get all of Neffy Cat's videos. Thank you all so very much. It was wonderful to talk to all of you today. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video.